Hello. This is Funky Joe, and we're gonna talk about that Discord thing. Yes, that Discord thing. Anyway, um, I hate to say it, but there's like I don't know to put the. I guess that there's a lot of crazy things going bananas. That the end of Discord. Oh boy. Oh, the end of everything. Like age verification on all the internet. I've seen channels and stuff like that losing their minds, politically, not politically, anything goes. And well, I have my doubts. I personally have my doubts, but I'm gonna explain this later on. I wanna say right now that okay, I wanna say what's going on, and I'm gonna explain a little bit what it's like. So I have the links, and I'm gonna provide the links on the description so you can check them out. But it says Discord launches team by default settings globally. This is February 9th, 2026. This is a press release directly from Discord, and what it means is that it's just an age verification system, or I think it's a system, um, because it mentions that there's gonna be an age verification, but not everybody is gonna be age verified. Now you can check yourself these documents, please do. Jesus, like even the freaking ask questions and all this kind of like if you keys and privacy forward age insurance, the false safety settings, you should actually give it a read. Um, it's annoying to read the whole thing, but it's worth it. Like if you pay attention to the things, maybe it's not all bad. They're trying to make this so you have a better safety on your Discord, and it sounds good actually. At one point, you go like, "Well, this is interesting. This is good in some levels." The problem is that there's data breaches and people can steal information from you and stuff like that. And people who are in the internet, they're laughing at this and telling me they're gonna say on the comments like, "Joe, what's up? Like, we already know this." Yeah, I know, but but it's crucial to say it. It's very important to say this kind of stuff, you know. And and some people do not know that the data breach is a thing. A data breach is when like they steal data from whatever you send on some server. In this case, it's Discord. The problem is that in age verification, that might require your face scan or ID, like fuck, can I talk today? Identification. Oh my god, I thought I was having a stroke. Anyway, you need an ID, and presenting an ID or a face scan requires actually taking your face literally on a camera and putting it on a file. The problem is that they say that it's going to be deleted, but is it a promise? Is it guaranteed? We don't know. That's the problem. The other problem is that it's not that if they have the guarantee, maybe they have the guarantee, but it requires just to upload something in the millisecond to be required that somebody's gonna steal the information, and somebody's gonna steal this information and they're gonna sell it to data brokers and all this kind of stuff and scammers and without knowing it, you know, like that's why it's a problem. It's not that they're doing a bad thing or because of a company. It's because these kind of things it has to be analyzed before launching this kind of idea. I assume that Discord has already analyzed some of it because people are already circumventing the problem already. I really think that something's gonna happen, but I don't think it's gonna be bad. So, if you wanna hear my opinion, I have a very controversial opinion, and it's a little bit of controversial. I do think age verification is a good thing. I really do. The thing is that because the age verification, there's a lot of like freaky things going on the Discord, or not only in Discord, it's already on other kind of platforms. So nameless, like there's Roblox. It's the most famous kind of thing because it's a scandal that happens there. There's constantly scandals, children being groomed by grown-ups, grown-ups stealing money from children, all kinds of scandals. It's not only it's fraud, it's scam, it's all kinds of scandals happen to these kind of things. Roblox is famous for that, and it's not a good thing. And because they don't tackle the problem in its core, it's also troublesome. So this is why people don't believe in the age verification thing. Now, I agree with you on that, but Joe, you just said that you like the age verification. Well, uh, take my idea about age verification. Think about this for a second. Um, we don't give children alcohol, or we don't put children onto behind the wheel when they're teenage before they're teenagers. Even teenagers would tell them it's like you're not gonna get a license until you're 18 or whatever. But there's a reason why we don't put children about it. It's because when they're getting grown ups, they are getting more responsible, discovering more problems, or realizing reality when they get older. This happens to everybody. It's not only, oh, it's not going to be applied. Yes, everybody goes through it. Some people are more responsible than the others. Sure, it happens. But everybody goes to that kind of a like evolution. Like you just grow up, and it's okay. Um, but that's the thing about there's a reason why I think it's good for the internet to go like, well, we have to stop this age thing crap that there's teenagers, kids, and little small kids on the streams or the discourse or stuff like that, because then you don't know what you're dealing with, like in a young kid or a old man or old woman, because it does not only apply to men; it applies to everybody. So applies to everybody means woman. If you want to call yourself transgender, it happens too. You're human, you're still gonna apply with it. So it's not that like it's not that that is different. No, it isn't. Everybody kinda grows up. So when you have these kind of things about like the thing is like you say like the age verification, and then I say that, but I don't like the data breaches, for example. I also don't like that because your ID can be stolen. So that's that's another thing. It's like so it's like stepping on if you don't step on one thing, you step on another that is like a bad thing. So if you're not cracking eggs, you're in eggshells, or if you're in potato chips that are crackling already. So it's like or you burn your feet because they're on the mashed potatoes that are hot, or you crush your feet because you're in eggshells, you know. So it's not good, you know. That's what I'm saying. So I will say this as much as I hate to say. I don't like competitors or advertisements and stuff like that, but I will say this. If you really think that Discord is gonna crash, and you really believe that it's gonna be a problem, a genuine problem for you, try Stout, try Revolt. Stout, I'm gonna put the links of the Stout and Revolt down below too. Stout is a program. It is an advertisement. Stout is a program that is an open source small version of Discord. It is limited, yes, sure. It has problems, but it's more like issues that can be solved. And I think it's because it's an early program, and it's very new Stout. It's also open source, so not many people had pointed out, put programs, changed the application. So it's fairly new. Uh, I can count almost in my hand bots that you can get total in the program. It's almost like 20. Like I don't know how many. There's not many, but it just means that it's new, and it means that people might actually change. But I honestly, it's not that I don't care what you do. It's like, well, it's your computer, it's your open source. Is if you want to decide to go to Stoke, that's okay. And it's okay if you want to stay on Discord, because I think there is going to be circumventing and it's not going to be a problem anymore. Right now, it's very easy in the internet to hack things on the internet because it's surprisingly easy to hack people and surprisingly easy to hack computers because we are in the age that you don't believe in the news, but you can manipulate the situation with fear or other things. So this is why it's like this the end of Discord. I don't think it's the end of Discord. I think it's gonna take a hit because of people that's gonna jump the gun. But I also don't think people they're gonna roll their eyes and they're just gonna continue. I also don't think it's the end of Discord because of the timing or because it's a better program. Right now, it's a powerhouse compared to Stout. Oh, it just destroys Stout. Stout doesn't have streaming. Discord has. So you see, it's an iffy thing, but you can actually talk directly to the developers in GitHub. And if you're a programmer or stuff like that, you can converse with them and go like, "Hey, what if we do a calendar or a gallery of pictures, for example?" That could be a really interesting a competition with Discord because Discord doesn't have a gallery. And I'm not actually challenging Discord and Stowe to go at each other, but I also don't like the idea like how these programs are getting collide together. So if you want to check out all the information, I put it on the links on the down below, and you can check it out. I do think that you should have fun. This is just news that happens, but have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.